So Facebook has removed 1.5 million copies of the mosque attack. And albeit that's great. You're good. You're doing your own tracking. You're trying to figure out who did what, when, where, and why, right? And that's important. I have a suggestion for Facebook. When you're uploading a digital live stream, why don't you make a filter that identifies in the background things like screaming and things like yelling or sharp staccatos like a gunshot that pauses the live feed and actively causes it to go to somebody else's screen so they can view it? Why don't you have it so that the algorithm for your upload, because it's a digital data bit feed that's coming via torrent to you, right? When it's coming through the torrent feed system, you automatically are disassembling the sound signatures based on common sound signatures known as fear, harm, or being scared. And you run it through your computer and analyze anything coming in so you can identify things like hostile actions, hostile words. Like, for example, say in the background you hear fuck, shit, bam, 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 ah! Automatically, something like that should be being fed in as you're torrent feeding it in on your waveform, right? And it's coming into your computer system through your artificial intelligence. Your artificial intelligence should be taking the sound wave for the platform and removing the digital visual feed from the sound feed. And then if the digital visual feed and the sound feed don't interact and don't relate to each other, right? So if the digital feed does not relate to the sound feed, you stop it immediately because somebody might be putting a background sound to it. And that should always be viewed because that's not live stream. Right? That's something that's being fed that's already being crossed over and created. And then secondarily, you should remove that digital feed for the live stream for the sound, so that way your computer system can then change the sound into an algorithm and that algorithm into a binaural so that it understands what the background feedback is for the one part of the binaural, right? So you have two different sounds that it neurologically imposes upon itself through the artificial intelligence system. So it understands the background sound of the normal recording and then anything else that would be abnormal within the recording that could relate to violence. Okay? And then you just separate those two from each other and have the computer program do it. And the moment that it sees that the visual feed and the sound feed don't relate, or the sound feed is an equation to something that is possibly violent, you stop that sound feed and you stop the video and you keep buffering the video up, right? And you take it in and then you immediately send it over to a human who visualizes it. And at that point in time, the human makes a decision, is this happening? Contact the police. So, I mean, I'm talking, you've got a 3-second window here before it's in front of a human being and they're saying, oh shit, there's people dying here. Hello, New Zealand? There's somebody shooting here. We have a target array for an IPS agreement here. IPS number 316.2275.564.3269. And then they can translocate it immediately from their office and find out where that person is. And then you bear no responsibility. At this time, you do bear the full brunt of responsibility because you allowed this to get through. And it's very sad for those poor people. Because his platform that he did as a murderer is no different than the platform that's being allowed to him to use through Twitter. It's hatred. And if you can get out there and be a hater and create hatred and harm others to feel better about yourself, is that just, well, what is it? Is that Facebook?